It is one of the most recognizable structures on the planet. The Colosseum could accommodate 65,000 spectators who came to watch gladiatorial battles and animal hunts. It is a powerful and potent reminder of both Imperial Rome's might and its cruelty. Today, the nearly 2,000-year-old structure is a gorgeous yet shattered echo of its former glory. But if you've ever had the privilege of seeing it up close, you might have wondered, where did the rest of it go? In 217 CE, a fire started by a lightning strike damaged the amphitheater's upper level, and a major earthquake in 443 CE damaged its structural integrity even further. In the Middle Ages, the arena floor was turned into a cemetery, the area beneath the seating was transformed into housing and workshops, and a Christian chapel was built into its walls. In the 12th century, an aristocratic ruling class family, the Frangipanis, took control of the Colosseum and used it as their own personal castle. All that ended in 1349, when a massive earthquake brought down the entire south side, giving us the silhouette we know today. Rather than rebuild the structure, resourceful Romans collected the fallen stones and used them to construct many of the area's buildings. The Cathedral of St. John Lateran and even St. Peter's Basilica contain hundreds of blocks from the Colosseum. Other travertine limestone blocks found their way into the Palazzo Venezia and fortified defenses along the Tiber River. From the 14th through the 19th centuries, Romans regularly pillaged the Colosseum for stone, bronze, and other materials. Many of the homes of the city's then rich and famous contain remnants of the great building. Nature was allowed to take over, and soon one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world was swaddled in choking vegetation, only exacerbating the Colosseum's deterioration. 18th century paintings reveal this and other Roman structures as gorgeous ruins, disintegrating in a way that is as beautiful as it is tragic. The detritus of the ancient Roman Empire was simply an epic backdrop for the lives of everyday Romans. Interesting side note, a British botanist once cataloged all of the trees, vines, and shrubs growing in the Colosseum, logging more than 400 different species, many found nowhere in Europe. It's hypothesized that the seeds for many of these rare plants were transported to Rome in the stomachs and on the fur of exotic animals that ancient Romans once hunted for sport on the arena floor. In 1749, Pope Benedict XIV put a stop to the looting. Since early Christians had been killed there, he claimed, the Colosseum was now a sacred space. Another interesting side note. Despite being an iconic part of its history, there is actually no evidence that any Christians were ever martyred in the Colosseum. Even the Catholic Church holds that there is no historical grounds for such an assertion. The Vatican began a program of restoring and preserving the structure, and centuries of weeds and vegetation were stripped away in 1870 when a secular democratic government took control of Rome from the papacy and made the magnificent ruin a symbol of their new government. Major renovations are ongoing, and millions have been spent ensuring the structure remains standing for another 2,000 years. Today, the Colosseum is Rome's most visited tourist attraction. Stay curious, my friends.